Good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to our seminar on the latest updates on COVID-19. The Prime Minister of Canada has announced that all students may come to Canada previous screening in your port of departure, screening for COVID-19. Once you arrive in Canada, you will also be screened for COVID-19. My name is William Diaz, and I've been in the immigration consulting business for more than 10 years. I brought so many applicants and actual residents to this country, and today we want to update on what's going on with the way we take care of our clients. We do an initial assessment of the clients, and we evaluate if you really need a study permit, what's the best way for you to come, and we advise you on the general requirements, also what to do when you come here and you study, and also indicate to you what's the best path for your residence. Canada is a very favorite country of destination for students from all over the world. We granted about 317,000 study permits in the year 2016. Half were males and 46% females, 68.3% for secondary and 90.6% for high school or less. International students represent a very important sector of the economy in Canada, with about 15 billion a year for the economy. But the most important part for you is that if you come to study, you are a very, very likely candidate, very good candidate for permanent residency. Once you come here as a student, you develop a network, you get to know employers, you get to know your way around. And most of our residents in the last 5 years, I would say, are previous students that came for one reason or another to study to this country. Let's check the workers by student and workers by class, and we can see that 46% come to do 40.6% come to study, 13.69 temporary foreign worker program, and 36.29 will come for the international mobility program. A very small percentage come for humanitarian and compassionate reasons, and that's going to increase most likely within the next year to students. Let's see by educational level what is the composition, secondary or less. In 2017, 62,000, post-secondary, 216,000, education, other studies, 42,000, and education level not stated, 125, for a grand total of 317,000. Again, these numbers are going to be increasing within the next 2 to 3 years. Let's check here by destination. The main province where students are coming is our province of Ontario with 294,000, also followed by British Columbia with about 152,000, and then Quebec with 80,000. We can advise other provinces for you to come, but the main, most of our contacts and students come to the province of Ontario. By citizenship, definitely India and China have about 30%, 30.2% for India, 30% for China, and the rest is comprised of other countries. We would really like to see an increase in other countries. Our brand ambassadors in the Philippines and in the eastern part of the continent, the Asia continent, are working hard to get more students through our offices. Refusal rate, not everything is nice, not everything is perfect. We cannot 100% guarantee that the application is going to be approved, but we have a very high percentage in our office of approval, about 95%, and we brought about 500 students in the last 5 years. Overall, the rate is 34.6% for 2018 of refusal rate for student permit application. Again, we excel and we really dedicate many hours to the application. A lot of people think that it's just a matter of filling out a form and presenting. It's not that simple, that easy. We have brought this science, it's like a science for us. We know study permits and we know better than anybody else. Let's see also the refusal by destination, and New Brunswick has about 54%, then followed by Saskatchewan, 51%. And then the least refusal is British Columbia, followed by Ontario. So those are the ideal ways that you can follow this. The rate by refusal by studies, we can see that college applications have a very high rate, then followed by masters and then bachelors. The least refusal rate is in doctorate applications. When we are in the process, we do a very concise, very precise assessment. We talk about your objectives. We can see how your study as a strategy to eventually gain permanent residence. That's our main concern, that you find a program that suits you and also that makes it easier for you to become a permanent resident. We know the labor market and we can advise you on that. One of the main considerations is that you have sufficient funds and that you have ties to your home country. We explore those areas and we make sure that you comply with that. Also, we advise you on and get you the acceptance letter as a part of our service, and we really go out of the way to make sure that you have a very good record so that your application is approved. One consideration that we want to point to you, distance learning. For distance learning, many times if you don't have the funds to do your courses here, you may consider distance learning, and especially now after COVID-19, there is an explosion of distance learning courses, e-learning that you may consider. If you are serious about studying and you want to have this distance learning like a future and give you points, I can advise you on what programs you can take online so that you eventually, when you can finance yourself and come, and this will help you in your path to permanent residence. Here we have a few cases where you can see if students coming for 5 months, if you need a study permit, not. If you're coming only for 6 months or less, you do not need a study permit. If you're coming for more than 6 months, you will need a study permit. If you are taking a program online from any place in the world, do you need a study permit? No, you don't need it. You don't need it, but you always can take it looking that this program that you take will help you eventually coming to Canada. Here are some of the red flags that the immigration officer will check. For instance, the advanced age of the applicant. Even though, like if you had your career and you want to take a sabbatical, maybe you want to do a distance learning course, but not necessarily it's going to help you to come and relocate to Canada. Or if you had a drastic change in your career path, or you're going down in your level of education, or you have many years of unemployment, this does not help you when you are applying because it will raise a red flag. Essentially, you need funds. You need to show that you have funds. And I would like to talk to you here about two programs that are very important, the early child care education and the personal support worker program. These programs are in the vicinity of 10,000 personal support worker and 12,000 for the early child care education. All in all, you will need about to show about $20,000. Our fee for the student program is at this moment 3,600. You pay 1,800, half to start to open the file, and when you are approved, you will pay the balance. We will help you also to find a job, to find accommodations. We will help you all the way through your program. And at the end of the program, we help you find the employer. And after 2 years of work, you can get your permanent residency. Here are some tips and pointers about the funding. Very important that you can prove with the letterhead of the bank that you have your funding and that you do not depend on your work while you are here. Normally you're allowed to work 20 hours, but this will not be enough for you to pay for the course. So if you have any questions, please email me at wdsconsultants@yahoo.com or add me in your WhatsApp at 1-416-829-5199. Also, I will be very happy to help you in your future to come to Canada. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope that this has been of help for you.